The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie villains who wanted to get caught.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Well, congratulations! You got yourself caught! Sir? Now what's the next step of your master plan?
Crashing this plane.
Look upon your work, Mala.
For this list, we'll be looking at antagonists whose capture fell perfectly in line with their master plan. Whether that plan ultimately succeeded is irrelevant. Obviously, a major spoiler warning is in effect. Which of these villains do you think would outsmart the rest? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Khan. Star Trek Into Darkness. Back in 2013, we all pretty much knew Benedict Cumberbatch was playing Khan, despite Paramount's reports to the contrary. But we're glad that there were still some surprises to be had regarding the character. A superhuman extremist who's been targeting Starfleet, John Harrison ultimately surrenders to the Enterprise crew, but only upon learning the exact number present on the ship.
The torpedoes, the weapons you threatened me with in your message, how many are there?
72.
Once on board, Khan reveals his true identity and the fact that the torpedoes secretly contain the cryogenically frozen remnants of his people.
A smoke screen to conceal my true identity. My name is Khan.
Upon reaching a truce, Khan captures 3 officers, including Kirk, in a play to trade for their torpedoes. However, Spock outsmarts him by giving him empty ones. Spock is later able to apprehend Khan, bringing his villainous campaign to an end. Number 9. Roger Verbal Kint, The Usual Suspects. When it comes to the long game, no baddie holds a candle to Verbal Kint. It all starts when Kint is seemingly put into a police lineup by happenstance, and the 5 suspects subsequently form a heist crew.
We've all been put out by this whole thing, right? So I figure we owe it to ourselves to salvage a little dignity. Now, me and Fenster heard about a little job.
This leads them to being in the debt of a mythical crime boss named Kaiser Soze, who arranges them to intercept a cargo ship transporting drugs.
We'll have $91 million to divide between you in any way you see fit.
Who's your boss?
I work for Kaiser Soze.
Not only is there no product on board, but everyone, save for Kint, and a severely singed Hungarian, is allegedly taken out by Soze. Kint relates all of this to customs agent Kuyan, who deduces Soze was actually after an informant. Moments after Kint's release, Kuyan realizes the true link between him and Soze. Kuyan makes chase, but the devil's already gone.
My guess is you'll never hear from him again.
Number 8. Chancellor Palpatine. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Never underestimate a Sith Lord when it comes to taking over the galaxy. The opening sequence sees Anakin and his master Obi-Wan Kenobi battle to rescue a kidnapped Chancellor Palpatine from the clutches of Count Dooku. The rogue Sith is dueled into submission, but instead of apprehending him for the justice system to take care of, Palpatine orders Anakin to execute him, which he does.
Do it.
When Palpatine is later revealed to be the mysterious Darth Sidious, it becomes clear that he orchestrated his own kidnapping in a ploy to lure Anakin to the dark side and rid himself of an apprentice in one fell swoop.
What did you say?
Use my knowledge, I beg you.
You're the Sith Lord.
I know what's been troubling you.
Seeing as he later christens Anakin as the villainous Darth Vader, we'd say that plan worked out pretty well.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Number 7. Curse. Thor, The Dark World. What many of these villains demonstrate is that sometimes the best way to defeat your enemies is to destroy them from the inside. Malekith, the Dark Elf, realizes this as he dispatches his loyal follower Algrim to be captured by the Asgardians and imprisoned in the mystical realm.
Acting as caretakers to these scoundrels is beneath us.
Oh, please. If they were beneath you, my rotund friend, they'd all be dead.
Once behind bars or a translucent wall, as is so often the case with these villains, Algrim uses a curse stone on himself to become a nigh unstoppable warrior of the same namesake. From there, it's easy for Kurse to incite a prison riot and distract the Asgardians and make an outer assault on the realm wholly feasible. The Dark Elves are ultimately unable to complete their mission, but not before ending the life of Thor's mother, Frigga. Number 6. Bane, The Dark Knight Rises. The villain of this sequel is already in captivity the first time we see him, but that doesn't make him any less intimidating.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
If I pull that off, will you die?
It would be extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
The ostensible new leader of the League of Shadows, Bane 2 has been bred with a hatred for corruption and the city of Gotham by proxy. Before he can conduct his master plan of transfiguring the fusion reactor at Wayne Enterprises into a neutron bomb, he gets himself captured by the CIA in order to abduct the nuclear physicist capable of such a task.
Was getting caught part of your plan?
Of course. Dr. Pavel refused our offer in favor of yours. We had to find out what he told you.
In a scene filmed with astounding practical effects, Bane and his followers commandeered the CIA's airplane with confidence and precision, absconding with the physicist before letting gravity handle the evidence.
Calm down, Doctor. Now's not the time for fear. That comes later.
Number 5. Lord Blackwood, Sherlock Holmes. Lord Blackwood may not reach Professor Moriarty status in terms of Holmesian villainy, but he makes quite the impression in his debut outing. An apparent serial killer, Lord Blackwood is apprehended by Holmes and Watson just before he can ritualistically sacrifice his next victim.
Impeccable timing, Lestrade. We've one for the Doctor and one for the rope.
Blackwood is subsequently hanged, but not before giving Holmes and the audience the heebie-jeebies, alluding to the madness that's to come.
Holmes, you must widen your gaze. I'm concerned you underestimate the gravity of coming events. You and I are bound together on a journey that will twist the very fabric of nature.
Seemingly supernatural and back from the dead, Blackwood uses this reputation to stage a coup of the British government. This all turns out to be smoke and mirrors, however, as Holmes is eventually able to deduce before defeating Blackwood, who this time goes to the grave for real. Number 4. Loki, The Avengers. Malekith and the Dark Elves really should have gotten tips from Loki, who'd already executed the art of strategic surrender. Looking to win the big battle before it begins, Loki lets himself be defeated at the hands of Iron Man and Captain America.
Make your moves, reindeer games. Good move.
He's promptly escorted to the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, where the rest of the Avengers await. It's there that he's able to unleash the fury of the Hulk and divide the team more than they already were. However, Agent Coulson's grim fate at Loki's hands proves his undoing, as the Avengers are able to rally around his death to come together as a unit. From there, Loki and the invading Chitauri are nothing a little teamwork can't solve.
If it's all the same to you, I'll have that drink now.
Number 3. Raoul Silva, Skyfall. Of all the James Bond villains in the modern era, Raoul Silva is perhaps the most unnerving and threatening. And that is in no small feat thanks to the assured nature of his master planning. After attempting to intimidate the 00 in their first meeting, Silva is captured by MI6, the organization that once betrayed him.
What are you going to do now? Take me back to her? All on your own.
This is a moment.
Taken to London, he's subsequently able to counter-hack the servers and make a move on M, against whom he holds a particular grudge for his hardships. Fortunately, Bond is able to thwart an assassination attempt at Parliament, but Silva's tenacity follows M to Bond's titular homestead, where they both meet their ends.
Do it.
You know what they say, if you seek revenge, dig 2 graves.
I did get one thing right.
Number 2. John Doe, 7. There are few movie villains that are as cold and as calculating as John Doe in David Fincher's Seven. A fanatical serial killer basing his slayings around the 7 deadly sins, John Doe easily takes out the first 5 victims with little interference from the police.
Get your people out of here.
Go on now, go.
No one touches anything. Some kind of friggin' wax sculpture or something.
Just when it seems the envy and wrath crimes are inevitable, Doe astoundingly turns himself in.
I'd like to speak to my lawyer, please.
Purporting to reveal the locations of the final 2 victims, Doe escorts Detective Somerset and Mills outside the city limits, where he reveals the head of Mills' wife. Doe envying Mills' life is the embodiment of sin, and Mills promptly executing Doe becomes wrath, completing the cycle. Whoa.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Joker, Dark Knight. Honestly, the Joker was intentionally getting caught before it was cool, and he can definitely be credited for the subsequent trend in movie villain machinations.
We got you, you son of a bitch.
He's apprehended by the allegedly deceased Lieutenant Gordon, but just when it seems his reign of terror is over, it's revealed that District Attorney Harvey Dent and his fiancée Rachel Dawes are being held hostage at different locations.
Where are they?
Killing is making a choice.
Where are they?
Choose between one life or the other. Your friend, the district attorney, or his blushing bride-to-be.
He intentionally misdirects Batman and the GCPD, knowing only Dent will be saved and thus pushed into madness. While the bat's away, the Joker will play as a pre-planned explosion at the police station sets him free.
Is that a phone?
The Joker is a criminal mastermind, and this is perhaps his greatest trick yet.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.